Hey, good morning. Elle here at pressure-free.com. And today is day 4 of a little series that I'm doing on things that can prime the pump to put you in a state where it's really easy to trigger fight or flight. So if you're new to my show, I'm Elle Ingalls. I'm the creator of the pressure-free method. The pressure-free method is an on-the-go stress management method. You basically use it all day long, right up until you fall asleep, because sometimes we trigger just before we go to bed. We get anxious about something. We start worrying about something. And that's what we're going to focus on today is worry. I coined this phrase negative fake worry because, again, you're a really great fiction writer in here. It's super easy to think into the future about something that could happen in a really negative way. And then we start the snowball effect. So the snowball starts out small, but as it goes downhill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the snowball effect. And that's what we'll do with our worrying. So let's say you're taking a trip and you have a little bit of a worry that you might be late for your flight and miss your flight. Then suddenly the story starts taking all kinds of turns. Oh, if I miss my flight, I'm going to miss the first part of the conference. And if I miss the first part of the conference, and then it just turns into this great big snarly mess. And with each little twist and turn, take a look and feel, is your heart rate going up as you start to think about it? I had this, I haven't triggered in a long time, but I'm a human being. And yes, I trigger from time to time. And I triggered heading to the airport last week. I triggered because at the last minute, I change purses. Like I have a different purse when I travel. It's very small and light. So I transfer everything in. And I started walking down the steps out of my condo. And in my head, I instantly go, oh, where are my keys? Keys to the car, right? And here's this thing about me, maybe you're like this too. If I'm headed somewhere and I have to turn around, that's an annoyance. That's really annoying to me. And so the annoyance caused me to trigger the stress response. And then where are my keys started to turn into this big negative fake worry. Catching your negative fake worry can save you so much time and energy. Again, because of the snowball effect, you'll stay in that negative fake worry for a long time. It eats up your time. It's also contagious. Like if you start worrying and you trigger the stress response, you're probably going to talk about it. And now whoever you're around, they're going to start feeling it too. At work, if there's some kind of a project that's going sideways or something's happening that is not particularly positive, and one person starts really worrying about it and starts talking about that, suddenly the whole department will be on edge. Like, oh no, what's going to happen with that project? And everyone is now in that state. Leaders in particular need to really watch out for negative fake worry, because you'll feel, if you're in a role that has a great deal of responsibility, you'll feel responsible. And when the negative fake worry starts in you and you trigger the stress response, you'll say and do things you'll later regret. You'll also say things to try to motivate your staff, but you're in a negative mode. So it might not be particularly motivating. It actually might frighten them. Like, what's going to happen to the company? Where is this headed? So, and then they start their snowballing. It's really fun to figure out. You probably have some patterns, so it's really fun to figure out what are some of the key things that you worry about and how can you counteract it. So I have a couple tools for you this morning. One of my number one tools for negative fake worry is the double yellow line. So with the double yellow line, you're imagining 2 sets of double yellow lines around the thing that you're currently doing. So let's say you have an upcoming travel flight, but right now you're just sitting having breakfast with your partner, spouse, child. I'm just having breakfast. So double yellow line that, have a really beautiful breakfast, and you're not on the way to the airport until you're actually on the way to the airport. People miss out on so much time with each other and actual productive time doing things because they're constantly worrying about what's happening in the future or beating themselves up about what happened in the past. So when you can notice that negative fake worry start, it's like double yellow lines come down, which means when you're driving, you can't pass. You got to stay in your lane. It just gives a little framework. Honestly, this is one of my clients' favorite tools because it gives a little framework. I was working with a woman the other day. She goes, double yellow line is really working for me, especially if you have any sort of problems with focus, your ADD, ADHD, you have a diagnosis. Double yellow line is a great tool because it's so visual. You see it so much and you know what it means. Stay in your lane. So that's a really great one to counteract the negative fake worry. I also throw in a slogan here, and it's, if negative fake worry, the acronym is NFW. This is the closest I come to swearing in my course. No friggin' way. Like, why do we want to mess up the whole day going down this rabbit hole, snowballing on something that's completely fictitious? You don't know what's coming up next. So see if a few words popping into your head can help you redirect your energy, stay present in the moment. And you can prepare positively for something coming up in the future or pray positively for some outcome that you don't have any control over. But that's purposefully using the word positively in there. So preparing positively for a trip, maybe you're going to leave a half hour earlier because that's just going to settle your mind. You get to do it your way, which a lot of people don't even take the time to figure out what is my way, what works for me, what works for my particular triggers, the things that cause me to trigger, and how can I preempt. So that's a really fabulous thing to do. And then you can stay present in the moment with the thing you're working on. So I hope this is helpful because negative fake worry is, it just takes you out of life and you miss so much. Oh, by the way, I see this happen. I was just at a conference. So I'll see it happen where the last like half day of the conference, you've got some people who are going to fly out that night. So they're already thinking by about noon, you can see like a shift usually in the room of people being less present. And I can tell it's probably because a lot of people in the room are thinking, oh, I have that flight or have an early morning flight. They're thinking about they've got to get home and they're missing out on being in the room. Oh, one more place this is really applicable if you have children, if you are a student yourself. Students love the WL line, the student clients that I have, because especially like I work with a lot of student athletes over the past 12 years. And if they're in class, but they're worried about their game later in the day or in the evening, then they're spinning over here and they're not present in class. So I have them imagine those double yellow lines and be really present in class. And then they actually take in the information, retain it because they haven't triggered fight or flight. You may not know that, but you can't retain information well if you've triggered fight or flight. Perfect case in point, you're somewhere social and you meet someone and 5 seconds later, you can't remember their name. You're not stupid. Your brain is brilliant. So why can't you remember their name? Most people in any social situation have triggered fight or flight. So they're not taking in the name and lodging it correctly in their memory. So if a person is in fight or flight, you're in class trying to learn something, you can't even take in the information correctly. So by teaching WL line, by preventing the release of the stress hormones, students retain so much more. Their grades go up. They feel so much more self-esteem and so much more accomplished because they're not wasting time in all of that negative fake worry. So I hope this is helpful. It's been a great tool personally for me. I still fall down the snowballing rabbit hole from time to time because I'm a human just like you. But I can't even tell you how much time has opened up with all of these: complaining, meddling, blaming, shaming. Now we've got negative fake worry. Tomorrow we'll do one more. And these are things, again, that prime the pump to start you to go into fight or flight. And if you can catch them, you're just going to save yourself so much time, so much energy, and move into a truly pressure-free life. So have a great pressure-free day. And yeah, I'm going to be filming a TV show today. That'll be fun. It's a local NPR show, so that'll be fun. Hope you have a great one. Bye.